Shadows of Rome. Ancient Rome, a city where the past never dies, but merely hides in the shadows of marble columns. Its streets remembered the footsteps of conquerors, the triumphs of emperors, and the bloody spectacles of gladiatorial combat. Yet beneath the grand forums and temples lay catacombs where ancient secrets lived. Lucius Aurelius, a former legionary, returned to Rome after years of service on the empire's border. His heart longed for home, but from the moment of his return, nightmares haunted him. In his dreams, he saw ruined temples, an altar drenched in blood, and a figure in a wolf mask whispering in ancient Latin. Soon, the strangeness escaped the realm of dreams. At dawn, he found an amulet depicting Mars on his doorstep. The wind seemed to whisper his name, and in the alleys he glimpsed shadows that disappeared as he approached. Descent into the catacombs when an old priest in the temple of Jupiter told him about a legionnaire, the vengeful spirit of a gladiator trapped in the labyrinth beneath the Colosseum. Lucius realized his return to Rome was no coincidence. Fate awaited him in the depths of the catacombs. He decided to descend underground, seeking answers, and perhaps never to return. Lucius walked through a narrow passage, lighting his way with an oil lantern. The walls of the catacombs were covered in inscriptions and symbols. Some he recognized as ancient spells meant to ward off evil spirits, but others were unfamiliar. His footsteps echoed, and the air grew heavier with every step. Then he heard a whisper, faint at first, but with each step it grew louder. Ghosts of the arena in a circular chamber with a stone altar. Lucius found a rusty gladius and a helmet stained with blood. The shadows of gladiators began to approach, their movements slow but relentless. Lucius raised the sword, ready to defend himself, but the blade passed through the ghostly figures. He lit a fire, doused the altar in oil, and set it ablaze. Flames engulfed the stone, and the shadows began to fade. Yet the last figure, the one wearing the wolf mask, remained. "Do you think you've won?" the voice whispered. "I am not just a spirit. I am the curse of Rome itself." The mark of the cursed Lucius emerged from the catacombs at dawn, but his skin burned where he had held the gladius. In the temple of Jupiter, the priest saw the symbol of the wolf mask on his hand. "It is the mark of Lupercal," the priest said, "an ancient cult tied to the founding of Rome. If the curse is not lifted, it will spread across the city." The secret order seeking answers, Lucius went to the ruins of the temple of Vesta, where rumors spoke of a secret order. There, 3 elders in dark togas met him. They spoke of a ritual requiring a sacrifice, the blood of the last bearer of the curse. The struggle with darkness each day, Lucius felt the curse grow stronger. He awoke covered in blood, not his own, but someone else's. In despair, he returned to the catacombs, where a new inscription appeared on the site of the burned altar. "The blood of the founders will restore balance." The blood of the founders. Lucius sought out the last living descendant of the Cornelii family, Publius, whose skin bore the same markings that appeared on Lucius' hand. "The curse does not die, it passes through blood," Publius whispered. "But to free the city, you must choose, either I, the last of my line, or you, the new bearer of darkness." The sacrificial choice. Lucius descended into the catacombs once more, begging the gods for a sign. The spirit of Romulus appeared before him. "The city was built on blood," he said, "and it will be saved by blood. Offer the sacrifice at dawn, and the curse will dissipate." Dawn over Rome. Lucius returned to Publius' home. The old man awaited him by the hearth. When the blade pierced Publius' heart, the city trembled. With the first rays of sunlight, the mark vanished from Lucius' skin. the silence after the storm weeks passed. Lucius no longer had nightmares, but every time he passed the Colosseum, he felt a faint chill. He knew the darkness might return. But now he was ready, and if Rome needed a protector again, he would descend into the catacombs without fear.